Today you will be given some quadrilaterals, and it will ask you if it's a parallelogram or not necessarily. So there are a couple of different tests that we can do to determine if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. The first one being both pairs of opposite sides. All right, not just one, but both. They have to be congruent. So let's see. 10 is definitely congruent to 10, and 20 is definitely congruent to 20. Both pairs are congruent. Is this one a parallelogram? Yes. Okay, next, again, operating word here. They're going to try to trick you. They'll give you one pair, but not both. Both pairs of opposite angles are congruent. All right, let's see. It says I need to find the values of x and y to make the quadrilateral a parallelogram. All right, so if they need to be congruent, that means opposite angles need to equal each other. So I can say 10x equals 60. Therefore, x would have to be 6. If x is 6, I would get a 60-degree angle here. All right, x is 6. Now in the other direction, for this to be a parallelogram, those have to be congruent or equal to each other. 6y plus 2 has to equal 5y plus 10. Take away 5y, take away 5y. Y plus 2 equals 10. Y equals 8. If x is 6 and y is 8 in this case, then this is a parallelogram because both opposite angle pairs are congruent, right? Is it a parallelogram? Third one here. If a quadrilateral has one pair of opposite sides, okay, up there it said both, right? Here it said both, so how is this one going to be different? This one says one pair of opposite sides, but it says parallel and congruent. All right, that's what's different about this. And congruent. Parallel and congruent. Now, I have congruent sides, right? 22 does equal 22. So it's marked congruent, but they're not marked parallel. So if this was our ALEKS problem set, we would say not necessarily. All right, not necessarily. I spelled that wrong. Not necessarily. To be marked as a parallelogram, it would also have to have parallel markings, okay, saying that those are parallel. Then you could say it was a parallelogram. Last one. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. Remember, bisect means split in half, equal halves, right? So here, 16 equals 16, and 20 equals 20. Therefore, this one is yes.